Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Red Bull Ring. We're here for this GTE online race here. We've got a lot of clean races, lots of very fast drivers here. If you want to get involved in Robbins Racing, head to www.robbinsracing.co.uk. We're starting our season on the 6th of January 2020. Be sure to get involved, sign up to our leagues. We're about to go racing here at the Red Bull Ring. When the lights go out, we will be underway. Lights are out, away we go. Looks like a good start from pole position for the Dennis. Gets away very, very nicely. Clear away. Cars Maury gets a terrible start. He's getting swamped off the line. Looks like we've got F1 Cam Power looking to the outside at the first corner. Is he going to try on the outside of the Dennis? No, not quite close enough. He's going to get a slowdown penalty for that one. Oh, he's into the barriers. F1 Cam Power into the barriers. Contact there with the Dennis. We're going to go going down the straight up towards the top of the hill, and it looks like we've got Mo is up into third place ahead of Ligares Brasco. Dalavan right behind these guys. 13th Fate just behind them. STD Lightblade not right next to him, and we've got Rusty Robbie, Viper, F1 Chem Power. Lecky's up into 8th place. Lecky making progress here. We've got a battle here for 4th place. Dalavan's been passed on the outside there by Cars Maury. Can he hold it around the outside? Cars Maury is gonna, oh my goodness, contact. Dalavan back up the inside. Cars Maury having to concede the position. My goodness. STD has a little look up the inside of Cars Maury, can't make it stick. We got Ligares Brasco spinning out, and Telex Lecky with him. Lecky caught up in the accident. Looks like 13th Fate just about made it through that bit of carnage there. Mo's going to pull up onto the back of Lecky. Let's have a look and see what's going on with Cars Maury. He's defending here from Ligares Brasco. Ligares Brasco apparently using some very aggressive tactics to make his way through the field on lap 1 there. We didn't quite catch it, but hopefully the stewards will deal with that one after the race. We're going to go racing out now up towards the hill. So it is Cars Maury leading this little battle of train of cars here. No, sorry, it's Dalavan leading this train of cars. Cars Maury, Ligares Brasco right behind him. His teammate Ligares Jockey currently running in P2 just behind Dennis. Dennis has stretched out his lead. He's absolutely pissed off in this one. 2.2 seconds is his lead. And throwing that car into the corner, right on the edge of that car, but keeping it within the white lines. It looks like Ligares Jockey might be closing in on him very, very slightly. Not by much, but you think he's closing the gap. Dalavan looks like he's got past Cars Maury for 3rd place, the final podium spot. He's got a hell of a battle. He's got Cars Maury and Ligares Brasco right behind him. 13th Fate is not too far behind them. He's just ahead of Viper at the moment. So we're back with the battle for 3rd place. Looks like Dalavan, oh, a little bit of a lock up there coming into turn 1. He's just ahead of Cars Maury. Cars Maury had a little look, couldn't make the move. We've got Ligares Brasco not too far behind there. Oh, someone's gone very, very wide out of the first turn. That was Viper. They're getting a little bit out of shape. It is chase after 13th Fate for 6th place. Just behind them, we got Mo chasing them down. And Dennis's lead at the front has been taken down a little bit by Ligares Jockey here. He's definitely closing the gap in that Ferrari. He's got his lights on, letting him know he's there, and he wants the position in the background. We can definitely see these 3 guys, Dalavan, Cars Maury and Ligares Brasco, going wheel to wheel. And Brasco is going to be very aggressive on the brakes, pushes into Cars Maury a little bit there, a little bit naughty, but nothing doing on this occasion. All the guys seem to have it under control. 13th Fate is under pressure now from Viper, and Viper is gonna, no sorry, yes it is, Viper takes the position. Viper up into P6 ahead of 13th Fate. Nice move there from Viper. And in the background we can see Mo is ever closing on these guys. Lecky looks like he's going to make a move here on F1 Ken Power, not close enough that occasion. He's also got Rusty Robbie right behind him, and this is the battle for the final top 10 spot at the moment here at the Red Bull Ring. We're on lap 3. We've got just over 10 minutes to go in this sprint race. It's a sprint race to the line, no pit stops in this one. It's all about pace, it's all about holding your nerve and precision in this one. So we've got Cars Maury under pressure now from Ligares Jockey in 4th place at the moment as we come through the first turn. And again, these guys 3 at a line, but none of them really able to make an impression on each other. It's still as you were at the moment. We're heading up the hill towards the tight right-hander. And again, these guys line astern, but Cars Maury ever heavier on the brakes. Little bit of a lock-up going into that one. Definitely wants that place as soon as he can have it. Meanwhile, Dennis extends his lead a little bit at the front. He's now 2.2 ahead of Ligares Jockey. So he's definitely got the pace at the moment. Oh, as we see Brasco go very, very wide out of turn 4. That's going to put him way out of sync with the others, and looks like... Oh, is he going to go for a move? Dalavan's up the inside of Cars Maury. Can he hold it? Oh, it's contact. Ferrari teammates making contact, but it looks like Cars Maury just about holds it around the outside. Brilliant racing from these two, keeping it within the limits, keeping it, marshalling each other very, very impressively. Carlos Mori and Dalavan just about as they were, but Dalavan is on the warpath here as they come into the second to last turn. If he can get a lovely exit out of this corner, then he will have a great chance of taking that P3 spot onto the pit straight. Beautiful run out of the last corner from Dalavan. He's going to slot into the slipstream. Is he going to pull out to the right, to the inside, or is Carlos Mori going to defend it? Looks like Carlos Mori is pretty content, doesn't need to defend it this time around as they come into turn one. Carlos Mori still ahead, as you were. Dalavan right behind him. Ligares Brasco closing onto them again. But he's definitely been in the wars, has he? And he's got the pace on them, you can tell, just by the fact that he dropped off and then closed back onto them. And is Dalavan going to try around the outside of turn two? He's going to have a good chance, but he's been, oh, no way of contact, banging wheels. And it looks like Dalavan's going to hold it on the inside. No, Carlos Mori holds it on the inside, but Dalavan's going to fight back on the outside. And Dalavan's going to find him open to an attack here from Ligares Brasco. Brasco's going to go up the inside down this long straight towards turn three. And looks like he might have a chance up the inside. Is Brasco going to go for a dive? Oh, he does. Brasco's going to stick his nose in. And it looks like it's going to play off for him. Can Dalavan out-drag him down towards turn four? Dalavan's going to dive the inside. No, Ligares Brasco holds the position. He's up into P4. Next up for him will be Carlos Mori for the final podium spot. Brasco, nice move there. They kept it clean, did here in Dalavan. Nice racing, good to see. So currently Dennis stretching out his lead half a second quicker than Ligares Jockey that last time around. He's pulling out the gap. And Carlos Mori does appear to be pulling away from these two now in third actually. So Ligares Jockey and Dalavan not able to keep up at this moment in time. Brasco, sorry, excuse me, not Jockey. In the background we can see Viper on his own at the moment. He's got Mo in the back. And who's that? That's 13th Fate, spun at the final corner, yellow flag at the final corner. 13th Fate's had a spin, F1 Ken Power will go past him. Looks like Lecky also might pick up that position, although maybe not. But Lecky and Rusty Robbie and STD also in the background there, coming down the pit straight. Will surely be on his tail any moment now. Back with our leaders. Dennis pulling out the gap there. He's got 3 seconds over Jockey. And Carlos Mori facing ever increasing pressure now from Brasco. All over the back of him as they come down towards the long straight towards turn 3. Looks a little bit too far back on this occasion to go for a move. In fact, he is too far back to go for a move. But he's on the warpath with his lights on, letting him know he's there, letting him know he wants that position ASAP. But I'm sure that Carlos Mori's no pushover and will defend it with everything he's got. Dalavan seems to have lost the back of these guys. He's now 2 seconds behind this little battle in 5th place. And doesn't appear to have any answer to them at the moment. But Dennis doing a very great job at the front of the field. We're going to ride on board actually with Ligares Brasco, as he chases down that Ferrari of Carlos Mori. Oh, he's late on the brakes. Just about held it together. My goodness, you saw that, the closing speed he had there as he on the brakes, and he had to really slam those brakes on to avoid an accident there. The gap between these guys, not very much you can see in the distance there at the top of the hill. That's Ligares Jockey, Brasco's teammate, going around turn 1, and here they are into turn 1 now. So the gap between those guys, 6 seconds at the moment. Looks like Jockey's got that one in the bag, 2nd place, as long as he can keep that car going in a straight line. Dennis should have the win as long as he keeps going, but then again, he's not got that much of a gap to Jockey. So this gap battle is set to continue to the flag. I'm absolutely certain of that. Into turn 2, and again, Carlos Mori not as confident on the brakes as Ligares Jockey. Brasco, sorry, I keep mixing them up. I keep saying Ligares Jockey. Guys, you need to change your names. So into turn 3, and Carlos Mori holding on at the moment. He's just in front of Brasco. In the background we can see that Mo's closed onto the back of Viper massively now. He's just half a second between these guys. This is going to be a hell of a battle in the latter stages of this race. We're into the final 5 minutes here at the Red Bull Ring. And this is going to be an absolutely captivating end to this race. And oh my goodness, it looks like he's gone a little bit wide there as Viper. That's going to allow Mo to have a little bit of a chance. Possibly a sniff up the inside, but not close enough this time. But he's definitely there to capitalise if anything happens to that Ferrari. Out of last turn, we've got Carlos Mori still ahead, just ahead of Ligares Brasco as they come over the line to complete lap 7. Lights on, tyres warm, engines at their optimum temperature here. 98 degrees track temperature. It's a little bit of a funny one because I would say the usual cut-off between soft and hards is about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So these guys obviously were faced with a difficult decision at the start of this race. What do you go for, hards or soft tyres? Most of the guys I think have gone for soft tyres in this race, and I think honestly that would be the right decision. I think that for me was the best one to go for, especially around this track. It's a tight, twisty turns in certain parts, and you really do need the grip that the soft tyres give you. Having said that, look at this, guys. Look at this. Liga RS, Brasco, all over the back of Cars Mori. We're on lap 8 here. We've got not too many laps in this race left to go. We're into the final 4 minutes here at the Red Bull Ring. But actually, Cars Mori appears to have pulled the gap just a little bit on Liga RS, Brasco. Not that much, but he's pulling away slightly. We have a look back through the pack. We've got, oh my goodness, STD has got Rusty Robbie all over the back of him. STD in the Ford GT has got the Ferrari all over his mirrors here. This is going to go down to the wire. I'm absolutely certain. Oh my goodness, is Rusty Robbie going to go on the other side? No, he's not. Not close enough on that occasion. But STD just about holding on at the moment, holding on to that position. We're going to stick with our battle here for third place, ladies and gentlemen, because Carlos Mori just about in front of Liga RS Brasco, but not much to separate these guys as they come over the line. I reckon we're going to have 3 more laps of this race if I look at the timing screens. So 3 more laps. I reckon we'll end up doing 11 laps of this one. And Dennis has done an excellent job out front. He's maintained the gap to Liga RS Jockey. Those guys, not much between them, not much to separate them in lap times, but on the track 3 seconds is the gap. So Dennis got that lucky break at the start of the race, and that has served him really well. He's actually managed to maintain that gap, keep his lead, and hats off to Dennis. So far at least he looks like he's good for the win, but anything can happen in racing, and any mistakes, any moments possibly being held up by a back marker could result in Dennis falling into the clutches of Jockey. So watch this space, ladies and gentlemen. This race is not over yet. We've got just over 2 minutes to go in this race, and Liga RS Brasco still right behind Cars Mori, but we just don't know if he's got the talent, if he's got the pace, if he's got the skill to get past Cars Mori. You just never know. It looks like he's struggling in that dirty air, that car really not handling well in the turbulent air of the car in front. These are Ferrari teammates, so you never know. It could be a bit of team orders here. The team could be saying, hold position guys, come on, we've got one of you on the podium. We don't want you taking each other out and ending up off the podium. We just want to get these cars home. That's what we want. As they come over the pit straight, they're going to start the penultimate lap now, and the lead at the front has stretched out a little bit. Dennis was actually 1.3 seconds faster, our race leader, than the guy in second, Liga RS Jockey. F1 Ken Powers retired from the race. He's had enough. He says, I can't deal with this anymore. So we've got Dennis coming through turn 2 now, and excellent job so far from Dennis, keeping it together, keeping it consistent. He's got a 3.6 second lead to our man in second, Liga RS Jockey. And at the moment it's as you were for the battle for the final podium spot. Cars Mori just about holding on here from Liga RS Brasco in the back. What's happened there? Dalavan definitely had an off there, went very wide out of turn 2, but he's kept it going, and it looks like he's got 5th place in the bag as long as he doesn't make some kind of catastrophic error on this last couple of laps. Viper definitely in the distance behind him. Mo's up into, Mo and 13th Fate going wheel to wheel here as they come down the straight. STD's right behind these guys. Rusty Robbie you can see in the background. They're going to go wheel to wheel. The Porsche's on the inside, but he's definitely behind on the track. Can he make a move? It looks like Mo's just about holding it on the inside, but 13th Fate desperate to get that position back. Can he get a lovely exit out of that corner? We're going to go racing down towards the hairpin, and is 13th Fate can have a look. No, Mo. Excellent driving here from these guys, keeping it together. Oh, in the background you can see STD losing control. Oh, STD spun it. Yellow flags through the middle sector, ladies and gentlemen. Rusty Robbie's going to pick up that 9th place, and I think Lecky will pick up that top 10 position as well. STD with a spin there, very unlucky for STD. Mo seems to be holding on from 13th Fate. Cars Mori still in front of Liga RS Brasco for 3rd place. Where is our race leader? Our race leader's just coming onto the 2nd straight, so he'll be crossing the line in around a minute's time. We're going to keep an eye on our battle for third place here. We've got 2/10 of a second separating our third and fourth drivers. Carls Mori has it. Ligor S. Brasco wants it. We're going to go racing down towards the second right-hander. This is wheel to wheel here. These guys, no one wants to give an inch. We're bumper to bumper, hard on the brakes here. And at the moment, it's Carls Mori who has the position, but Ligor S. Brasco wants the position. He's going to give everything in this last half a lap to try and get that podium spot. Dennis is about 3 corners from home. The battle for P3. Oh my goodness! Ligor S. Brasco pulls alongside on the inside. Is it going to go for the move? Yes, he is! Carls Mori pushed out wide. Ligor S. Brasco into the final podium spot. What a move! He had to do it then. He had to do it then, otherwise he wasn't going to get another chance. And he went for it. And he's pulled it off. Ligor S. Brasco is into the final podium spot. But is Carls Mori going to come back and into the second last corner? He is! Carls Mori on the inside! Oh my goodness! Carls Mori up into P3. The Dennis has taken the win. Dennis is our race winner. Ligor S. Jockey takes second place. It looks like it's going to be a drag race to the line. Carls Mori isn't going to finish third, is he? He is! He's done it! Carls Mori holds on for P3. Ligor S. Brasco in fourth place. Dalavan comes over the line to finish in fifth place. Viper comes out of the last corner now. He will be 6th. 13th Fate down in P7 in the Porsche. Looks like he's going to hold off Mo. 13th Fate must have got back past Mo in the latter stages of that race. He'll finish 7th. Mo will be 8th. Lecky is going to bring it home in 9th place coming into the last corner now. And STD, after that little spin with a couple of laps to go, appears to have beached the car and left it. So he will not be finishing this one. Unbelievable racing there from the lads. Fantastic driving from Carls Mori and Ligor S. Brasco. Gave us a right old show at the end of that one.